Hey everybody, Arnaldo Waffman here with Arkaos Video Manuals, talking about the Arkaos Kling Force LED. Now in the last videos, you've learned how to connect it to its power supply and how to get the node to be seen by either Media Master or LED Master. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and grab some pixel tape. The pixel tape that I've chosen to use is the Elation Pixel WP. That is an APA 101 5-volt 4-wire connection. We're gonna go to get this wired up, but first make sure that your power supply is hooked up and of course that your Kling Force LED node is seen by either software. So we're gonna have the little connector here facing up where you can actually see the screws, and the inserts will be pointing away from you. With that, going from left to right, it's going to be red, green, blue, and black. Now save yourself the headache of trying to memorize what goes where. With your Kling Force LED, you do have a wiring diagram, so it'll tell you exactly how you need to wire everything for multiple types of tape. I do want to note that I did connect 4 wires. Some pixel tape only has 3 wires. The difference is whether or not there is a clock signal there. But the Kling Force LED will automatically adapt as long as you select the proper wire and the standard on the actual software, which we'll do that in just a minute. For pixel tapes with 4 wires, like you see here, you need to make sure you have at least the 3 wires connected, which is your ground, data, and clock. If your pixel tape has 3 wires, you have to connect at least 2 of the wires, which is ground and data. So that leads to the last wire, whether you're using 3 or 4. That wire is if you're going to power the LEDs through the Kling Force interface. If you're going to be doing a self-powered, like you see here with a separate adapter, then you do not need to connect that actual volt positive. If you are going to power the LED strips directly with the Kling Force interface, then you need to have that volt positive connected. So now I've launched Arkaos Media Master Pro. At the time of this video, I have 5.11. And the first thing before we do anything is to make sure that your KlingNet network is set up properly. Now in that case, I'm using the Ethernet port out of my MacBook, and I do have that set to 2.001. We're gonna go ahead and launch our KlingNet mapper right here. So we've got the KlingNet mapper up. You're gonna see the Kling Force LED. I've got that selected as a node, and we're gonna choose the 4-wire APA 101 or 102C. And on the LED strips, I do have only 1 connected, and I have 70 LEDs on that strip, not 74. Got 70 right there. And you can see that it immediately changed here. It's got 8 individual outputs. I'm going to drag this guy right here. We're just going to put that in the center there. And just to test it, we're going to go into our test pattern. There, look at that. That is magical. So now that we've saved that, we can send a mapping directly. I always prefer to just save it and import it. Now that we've got that done, let's go into our preferences. Let's open up the KlingNet. We're going to activate it, make sure it's activated. We're going to go into import. We've got our mapping imported, ready to go. Awesome. We're going to click OK. All right, so the very first thing that you may have seen while I did this is that this stayed on even when the mapper went down. So it seems that if the computer crashes or if your mapper goes down, this retains the last thing in memory, which is cool. Now the reason it went black is because it's sending a KlingNet signal of all black. But I guarantee you, as soon as we bring this output, bam, there it is. Now I do apologize if it's lagging right here. You can see my GPU and CPU are tanking. It is not the software, it is my computer, because I'm doing multiple things like screen capture and audio recording and camera control all in one. But even with that massive lag, it's beautiful. There is no lag between Arkaos and the KlingNet. So there's that. I'm going to bring that down. And the 2 videos between the camera and the screen cap are perfectly synced together. So there's that brought up. That was insanely easy. And I cannot say this enough, but KlingNet is the future. There is no more of having to put your pixel tape driver somewhere where you can access it, or having to do the math or figure out what pixel tape goes with what node or how to address it all, etc. There's no more of that. And what's great is that I can mix and match different types of pixel tape within my 2 zones, and it works beautifully. Now, if you're mixing 5 volt and 12 volt, you would need 2 different interfaces because there isn't a transformer inside the Kling Force LED. But even if you have multiple interfaces, they still work together seamlessly because of the KlingNet protocol. It makes installation so much easier when you know that you never have to be face to face with that node to be able to change any parameters, because everything can be done directly from the KlingNet mapper. It's the future, and it's a beautiful thing. My name is Ronaldo Wofferman with the KlingNet video manuals, Arkaos video manuals, part of Gear It First. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, please leave them below. Have a great night. Hope you enjoyed this, and God bless.